With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode was brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. Is this the year you finally plan those trips to Paris, Prague, and Milan? Learn how our All Trips plan can protect your trips all year at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthma Core Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
you have smoked yourself retarded.
Here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
Welcome to the Weedsman Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron. It's feeling like fall out there, huh? And
till tomorrow, when it's going to be pushing 90.
Yeah, well, but with the football, huh?
Yeah, well, this weekend...
How's football going?
Felt like fall. Like, there's definitely was my first... donning of the hoodie and the skull cap on Saturday. Saturday was a chilly one.
Did we introduce ourselves?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It started already.
Wow. How cliche of a weed podcast. Where are we? Who are you?
Yeah, how's the start to the Lions season?
They're 1-0.
Yeah? There's just been the one game?
A thriller on Sunday night, went in overtime. Against Matthew Stafford, again, coming back to Detroit.
He was
losing 2 games in a row at Ford Field.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So he's an ex-Lion. Where did he go to?
Wow, you are not. He was in Detroit for 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
He was our quarterback.
Okay.
From like 2009 to like 2021, 2020 even. What's he been gone? 3 seasons? Yeah, anyway, but yeah. So
I knew the name.
The playoffs last year was his first time he'd been back since he left.
Okay.
And we beat him, and then he came here.
Did he get booed?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because he left.
Right.
He left. He was like,
I personally
tired of you losers. I'm leaving. And then he went. And, to be fair, he went the next season and won a Super Bowl.
Oh, he did. What team did he go to?
Los Angeles Rams. Yeah. And then he came now in the regular season, and we whooped his ass again. Beat him in overtime. Go back to L.A., where you're never really the home team.
Why aren't you the home team in L.A.? Like, they just don't appreciate him?
Yeah. The home team and for any L.A. football team is the team that's playing the L.A. football team.
Because...
L.A., no one's from L.A.
Right, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, obviously there's locals in L.A., but that's not the majority of probably people going to the games. They're all transplants. Fall season also means new iPhones.
Oh, I was saying, we're going to smoke pumpkin spice weed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there's pumpkin spice vape out there. There has to be. There's got to be a pumpkin spice
there's
weed vape.
There's everything.
I've started to get into the, I do the Muah meds. I'm starting to get into the flavors. Like, because their flavors...
You're talking for the weed?
Yeah, their flavors actually aren't that bad.
Okay. I just found most of the vapes that I tried with flavors were a lot more harsh.
Well, that's the thing. It's their same distillate. It's just, now it's got a flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not it's not as harsh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I mean, maybe it's just the fact that I'm hitting a weed vape pen differently than I'm hitting a nicotine one. But yeah, that was just, I don't know why it is.
But yeah, new iPhone. I saw this. I haven't clicked on anything yet. Tell me about the new iPhone.
It's got a button. It's got another button on it.
We're bringing the button back?
They're now adding a button back to it.
Where's the button at?
On the side.
Well, there's always been buttons on the side.
Yeah, there's another one.
Wait,
there's the volume buttons or the rocker or whatever you have, and then there's the
power button.
Yeah.
So what's
then there's another one on the side that is going to be a touch sensitive button that you hit. And it brings up, well, I guess you can set it for whatever you want, but by default, it's a camera button. So it brings up your camera, and then you can slide your finger along it to, like, zoom or change filters or whatever you want to do.
Camera.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but like, I guess if you take a lot of photos, like
I do.
It's really nice to have.
I take photos every fucking day, all day long.
Yeah, it's really nice to have a physical button that you can click.
I look at it.
I find it
with my face, and I hit the camera button, and then I have my camera.
I'm talking for actually like taking the picture.
Yeah,
it's nice to have a physical button.
Well, then you use the power button as your shutter. You could set it to do that.
Yeah.
No, I had it on one of my iPhones. Absolutely, that I could use that button as the shutter.
It also has a little dynamic island that comes up when you push the button, so you can see what functions you're doing, like how much zoom you're applying.
So
I don't know, like
they're out of shit they could do to the iPhone, so now they're just fucking with the camera.
Listen,
technology. We've gotten to as far as technology will let us. Now we're just going hog wild with the camera.
Yeah.
I feel that's been like the last 5 years of iPhones. It's just been all about what we've done to the camera, because the rest of the phone is going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah. One. I mean, of course, there's a million influencers that are have their demo videos of the new models and stuff like that. And one guy was just very frank about what's really interesting about it. A little bit longer battery, a little bit better processor, but like it's for whom? The people who need a phone? I don't see it as like I've got a 13, right? And it's not even that old. And there's no reason for me to like upgrade to a 16. That's one of them that he mentioned. 48 megapixel fusion photos. He's like, so these are better. So if you were not using them on your old phone, you can continue to not use them at a better quality on this phone. Because the stuff that they're doing for photos and videos, I think the only people that are really using them are now like people who are creating content with their iPhones.
I mean, I went on a whole like weekend vacation. I didn't take one fucking picture. Like
I'm
tell
not
my
a
girlfriend.
big picture taker. Cat does something weird or something. Yeah,
I do this thing called I have memories. Like, I'm not take a picture of everything guy. I never have been. I never will be.
I mean, with the convenience of having it in your pocket, I definitely take more pictures now than I did in the past.
Like every now and then, like when I went to Colorado, I was like, ooh, I'm taking a picture of that.
Yeah, if I go somewhere on
Stuff
vacation,
like
I'm going to take pictures.
Yeah, like,
if I go see a concert, I'm going to take pictures.
Beautiful. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, like, you know what? Yeah, like I got like 100.
Chase Freedom Unlimited rewards all that you are with cash back on every purchase.
We built a life together collecting vintage items that connect us to the Black community and our vibrant heritage.
This is Kiana Stewart.
And I'm Jana Handy.
We're partners in life and in business.
With Freedom Unlimited, adding antiques to our collection is even more rewarding.
How do you cash back? Learn more at chase.com/freedom2be.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Restrictions and limitations apply. Offer subject to change. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
You slept through your alarm, missed the train, and your breakfast sandwich, cold. Sounds like you could use some luck.
I'm Victoria Cash, and Lucky Land is where people go every day to get lucky. At Lucky Land, you can play over 100 casino-style games for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Go to LuckyLandSlots.com and get lucky today. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Videos from when I went and saw Metallica.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Yeah, but like...
You filmed Metallica without their permission?
I don't care if Facebook
Lars
knows I was at like
so...
Sleeping Bear Dunes.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know how they get around that is like the next day I'm seeing on the internet, like they're at least this tour, they're professionally shooting every concert.
Yeah.
So like the next day I'm seeing like Enter Sandman, Detroit. You could just they'll put out the video for you. Hey, here you go.
That makes sense. I mean,
here's last night.
Why let somebody else get all the clicks off of something that's going to be inferior quality?
Yeah.
At a fixed angle.
Here's our freshly shot video. You can have your shit YouTube video that you shot from your seat from, 700 feet away.
Or what do they sell them? Do they sell live shows or do they collect them? Like, can you...
one of the tickets was you could get the whole show like the next day, like the video of the whole show.
That's right. We had talked about that.
Yeah, and I believe for the last 10-ish years, they sell the soundboard recordings of their concerts. Mm-hmm. Like you can go online the next day and be like, I want to buy Detroit. from last night.
And they keep them all archived on there.
Mm-hmm. Like I had my old job. I had a guy the other metalhead in the office. One of the last exchanges we had. I still have it. Hope he's not pissed because I got fired. Well, COVID happened, and then I got canned.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Yeah, this is the show. I went and saw him in Grand Rapids, and he gave me a fucking CD of it." He's like, "I bought it online the next day."
Nice.
It's all packaged,
Yeah. Like with artwork and everything?
Yeah.
Like you ordered the actual CD?
Yeah, and it had this
Okay.
Grand Rapids, whatever date he saw
Right.
it. Had Metallica logo, all that crap.
I've never really been big on live albums. Like
Depends on the live album.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, I know what my favorite is David Bowie live. I think maybe it's just called Bowie Live. Or
for me, the
double disc one.
The ultimate live album, and it's just from a technical standpoint. To me, it just how it sounds, and I don't know, maybe they went back in later and it stopped making sense.
Yeah.
Like, you never know that's a fucking live album.
Yeah, you wouldn't. That's true. Because they'll play every once in a while, like, on public radio or something, they'll play a live cut from it.
My favorite version of Life During Wartime is that version.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good one. I wonder, because, there probably was some...
Oh, I know in the 70s and 80s, they totally went in afterwards and would touch shit up.
Yeah, but also just the fact that live recording was produced as part of a film, right? It wasn't just it was never like recorded with the intention of releasing the live performance, just that the film was so popular, I think.
This is live.
Yeah, I would like. They don't show the audience ever in the film. There's no shots of the audience. I know there must be audience in there, but
they cheer at the end.
Yeah, but it's not like.
The song's so good.
Yeah.
Again, this is live, people. This is a live band. This is a recording of a band playing this live.
Yeah. I wish I would have seen Talking Heads live. This is a band that like lives and dies on their rhythm section.
When I was younger, I hated this band.
Yeah.
Just because they were so overplayed.
Yeah.
Because they crossed formats, fucking once in a lifetime crossed formats, and fucking it was played everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was played on my mom's radio station. It was played on the alternative radio station here.
Yeah, that's one of those songs that has come back around for me. Like, I liked it initially. It got played the fuck out, and I was like, well, I never need to hear this song again. Yeah. But then I hear it, more recently, and I'm like, God damn, this song is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's just so, it's so powerful. Just that simple bass line that just fucking grabs you.
They're in the category with Steely Dan. Like, as I got older, I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like, this band is great. It's like a 6-minute song.
Yeah. Like, Stop Making Sense is good because they do pretty much album versions. It just has more live energy. It's like that's a little faster than the album cut. Mm-hmm. There's no major changes, but it just has that more raw kind of live. Just for me,
from a production standpoint, that's the pinnacle for live album.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I like the Bowie album, is because he's actually playing with arrangements on that. I can't, take a song that's really popular, but give it like a salsa feel or something like that.
Integrity when you're going for that first. Little fat man who sold his soul. The little fat man who sold his dream.
Is that him with Ricky Gervais?
Yes, from Extras.
Yes. That's right.
Chubby little loser. National joke.
I don't care what people say. Ricky Gervais is fucking funny.
For a throwaway Bowie tune, this is a pretty good fucking song.
No one's bloody laughing. A clown that no one laughs at. They all just wish he died. He's so depressed at being useless, the fat man takes his own life. No. He's so depressed at being hated, Fatty takes his own life.
Fatso, I like that.
Yeah, let's go with Fatso. Fatso takes his own life. He blows his bloated face off. No. He blows his stupid brains out.
But the twat I'd probably miss.
Yes, Linda, I like that. Yeah, so do I. He sold his soul for a shot at fame. Catchphrase and wig and the jokes are lame.
Chase Freedom Unlimited rewards all that you are with cashback on every purchase.
We built a life together collecting vintage items that connect us to the Black community and our vibrant heritage.
This is Kiana Stewart.
And I'm Shanna Handy.
We're partners in life and in business.
With Freedom Unlimited, adding antiques to our collection is even more rewarding.
How do you cash back? Learn more at chase.com/freedom2be.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Restrictions and limitations apply. Offer subject to change. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
He's got no style. He's got no grace. He's banal and fast.
Yeah,
they're probably like, this is David Bowie making something up.
Yeah.
Everybody sing that last line. 1, 2, 3. He's banal and fast out. He's a fat waste of space. See his pop, no space. Pop, 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 pop. Again. See his pop, no space.
Whole party singing along.
I started watching The British Office. I never watched all of it. I've just seen like parts of it.
That's right. There's the breakdown. Do you know that there's an Australian office?
No, I didn't.
It's new.
Oh, okay.
And I guess it's a lady Michael Scott.
Yeah. So is it out yet?
I saw something
Are they
for
in
it.
production?
Like it's either in production or it's about to come out or it is out now. Or
I wonder does it look like is it going to be just for Australian audiences really, or are they going to distribute it nationwide or internationally?
That I did not know. I didn't click.
Curious.
Or read far enough along.
You know, the Aussies got a sense of humor, right? That'd probably be worth watching.
I mean, though, I feel after the American one, do you even touch it? Like, do you even, like, just like Paul McCartney, do you just let it be, man?
Yeah.
Like,
it is kind of an odd time. Like, why now to reboot in a different country? Or maybe they just figured it's time to reboot it anyway and decided to change it up.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you've seen the commercials that are basically a soft reboot. It's everybody but Jim and Michael isn't the commercials. It's a Microsoft commercial.
No, I didn't.
Dwight's in it. Daryl's in it.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Meredith is in it. Creed's in it. Pam's in it.
Yeah.
I think seriously, it's everybody. I think Kevin's in it. I think it's everybody but Jim and Michael is in that commercial.
Why did they hold out? Just because they could? They didn't need to.
If you followed the career since The Office, those are the two that are like, yeah, have fun with your Microsoft commercial. I'm good.
Yeah. They got their own shit going on.
Yeah, he's fucking, what's his name? He's Jack Ryan in the new...
Yeah, is that still going on?
I think so.
But he's mostly producing stuff now. The Quiet Place.
He's got a Quiet Place.
Yeah.
He was Jack Ryan. He's got all this other... Yeah,
He's got plenty going on.
Johnny K's doing all right. I think at this point, Steve Carell can do what he wants. As long as they keep cranking out a Despicable Me movie every 3 years, his mortgage is paid.
Yeah, what is he doing? Like, that's the only thing he's doing regularly is, like, the voice acting, huh?
Well, yeah, everything else is... It's been all, like, passion projects. Shit he can afford to fail at.
Right.
He's got that Michael Scott money.
I'm trying to think... Like, I know he's done... Oh, what was the Foxcatcher movie? Did you watch that one?
I saw clips of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was like,
the prosthetic nose and shit.
Yeah. Like, people taking sports seriously? Nah, it doesn't sound like it's for me. I don't mind a sports movie. It's just got to have some levity to it, you know. I like Bull Durham. That's one of my favorite movies. I appreciate a good sports movie, but it's got.
If you're going to make a movie about wrestling,
there's too many sports movies
like Hulk Hogan,
where like they expect you to. It's kind of like comic book movies. How the criticism of a lot of the especially current Marvel stuff, especially, is that they expect you to come in with a fan as a fan with a head full of knowledge about it, and so like. A good sports movie has to make me care about baseball or make me care about football or whatever. I'm not pre-built for that, but I can. But I guess that's like any movie, really. If you don't care about the characters or what's happening in it,
yeah, then you're done. Oh, hey, R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. That's right. I knew there was something. I was like, what were we going to start with today?
Oh yeah, we got the mask. We got
James Earl Jones. Oh, that's right. There's a Darth Vader mask right there.
We're flying the mask at half staff today.
Yeah, James Earl Jones. How old was he?
93.
All right, so he had a pretty decent one. Yeah, born in 1931. That's like a whole. He grew up in like. Now, it might as well be a different planet. When he was born,
right? Now this one wasn't. This wasn't file under. I thought he already left us. This was like. Damn, he's still around? Or this was more like, damn, he was still around?
Yeah.
But you thought about it, it's like, yeah, man, James Earl Jones is alive and kicking. King Joffrey Joffre.
Until the other day.
King of Zamunda.
Well, is that...
It's Coming to America, that's who he was.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's right. I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was Hakeem's dad.
Yeah, he was so known for his voice... that, like, there were a lot of movies that I didn't know he was in because I either didn't see them or I had forgotten that he was in.
When did he stop cashing those CNN checks? Or was every now and then do you get this is CNN?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't remember when the last time I was in a room where CNN was playing and the volume was up. Right. So I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I have to watch it 3 times a week. It's even with the sound down, it's horrible. To be fair, any news network is horrible with the sound down.
They're all horrible, sound down, sound up. He never retired, working long into his 80s. The boy from Mississippi with a terrible stammer will be remembered as a powerful stage actor with a legendary voice. Yeah, that's definitely one that keeps coming up. He's famously like...
Oh, God, I hate that.
A stammerer.
He's son of a sharecropper. He's old enough to possibly be.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at this is
Mississippi. I mean, the chances are BBC. Going
up. Let's see. Mississippi of African American, American Indian, and Irish ancestry. His father, Robert Earl Jones, abandoned his family not long after the birth of his son. So doesn't sound like a sharecropper.
Sharing something.
That's I was listening to an interview with a comedian. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, he was in Roots too. I remember him being in.
Was he in Roots?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think when he rose to prominence. It had to be the 70s, right? Between Roots, starting the decade with Roots and ending it with Darth Vader. I mean, it was the decade of J.E.J.
Yeah, back in the day, everybody saw Roots.
Oh, my parents made me watch it.
I know.
It wasn't like Adam Carolla's mom, like, see what we did? But it was just like, you should watch this.
I don't know if I've ever seen it all the way through. I don't know if I've actually watched it or if it's just one of those things that I like absorbed through osmosis.
I never watched Reading Rainbow the same ever fucking again.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing to the Reading Rainbow guy?
But yeah, I was speaking about fathers that leave. The comedian was talking about his father. He said his father left and like stayed in the neighborhood, right?
Damn.
Wasn't involved in his life at all. Like, it would just like, you found out, I guess, when he was like a teenager who his father actually was, and he's like, that guy? And like, you'd see him walking around. Like, that's just fucking like, My God, if you can't stick around to raise a child, at least get the fuck gone.
Yeah, at least
don't hang out
leave
like
the
a
area.
ghoul.
Yeah, because that's like psychopath shit.
Yeah, like exactly psychopathic shit. Like there's clearly something just severed in your brain. These connections that most of us have, they don't exist in yours.
Go to Florida or Arizona like a normal deadbeat dad.
GTFO.
Yeah.
Also, that somebody asked, did you ever try and find your real parents? You're like, no, I fucking took the hint.
Right? No, there's some people that are like, they know I'm here.
Another duo reuniting in the White Stripes, but not for a concert this time. They both were on a lawsuit to sue Trump for his use of Seven Nation Army. Lawsuit seeks redress for a presidential candidate's flagrant misappropriation of the musical composition and sound recording Seven Nation Army. Collectively, the 7NA works. Legalese.
And you know what a court's going to say? If you didn't make any money off of it, who cares? Because that's really what it's about, right?
Well, in most cases, yeah, but that's still...
Because it's in public at a venue, like, this has already been settled. Like, they go, well, you sold... Here's the thing, you're on a record label who sold the rights to your music to all these venues, and the venues can use your music however they fucking want to.
I guess they're seeking damages on this, although it doesn't say in the story, or I guess they haven't revealed how much they're asking for. I mean, I thought it would just be an injunction to not play it anymore. That would make more sense. I mean, shit. Even if they do win in court and win a money judgment, how are they gonna get it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's people with bigger bills in front of you.
There's all the owners of the places where Trump played your song. Those people are looking to get paid too. Yeah, all these, like, he's doing these events now in fucking cornfields and shit. And, you know, people are eating it up as like, oh, he's one of us. Like, no, he's not doing it in a cornfield for effect. He owes all the local venues already. He's been through your town before and owes money, so he has to do it out in a fucking cornfield. We're recording this on the day, actually, starting in 15 minutes. It's going to be the first debate between Kamala and Trump. Boy, that's good. That's just going to be a word salad bar, isn't it?
She's learned to make points.
I mean, like, Trump, she seems to be getting better at making points, but that's damning with faint praise. Like, I mean, better for her is not much, but Trump seems to be getting worse at making points. Like, no, his word salad is getting, like,
because he's trying to behave. People are telling him to behave.
He's trying to reel himself in. You think that's why?
Yeah, let him be off the chain. Let him say crazy shit.
Yeah, somebody asked him. He was asking him about. God, I don't even remember what it was. Oh, childcare, and if he supports the idea of like offering free or some sort of subsidized childcare. And he like just spits out a bunch of nonsense and then completely pivots to immigration.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Morrissey's got a new album, but I guess nobody wants to release it. Or as Morrissey says, he's being gagged over the release of his album, Bonfire of the Teenagers.
Or maybe it sucks.
Maybe.
Because, check this out, Morrissey. We now live in a world where you can just be like, hey, I'm Morrissey. My new album's out. Go to Morrissey.com and buy it.
Yeah, like, how can...
And then you make all of the money.
You're fucking Morrissey. Like, how can you be gagged?
The record label doesn't have to take any of it. You make all of the money. Do you need business lessons, Morrissey?
Yeah, it's already recorded. It's in the can.
That's what Louis C.K. used to do and made tons of money doing it. He just put out his stuff on his own website and sold it himself and made a shit ton of money.
And it is funny, reading in a Rolling Stone article about an interview that he did with The Telegraph, a pretty major paper in the UK, that Morrissey is claiming that he's being gagged. Like, no, you're being covered and your message is getting out there. If anybody really wanted the album, I'm sure, we would all figure this out. Maybe we just don't want it. Or maybe nobody wants to release an album called Bonfire of the Teenagers because you know what it's in reference to? The fucking bombing at the Ariana Grande concert. The unreleased album has been controversial because the title references the Manchester area bombing, which took place during an Ariana Grande concert in 2017. That resulted in the tragic deaths of 22 people. I mean, I don't hate Morrissey. I don't love Morrissey. I love Morrissey's songs that he's put out that are good, and everything else, which tends to be piling up in the majority, I don't listen to, right? If he puts out a good, if Bonfire of the Teenagers is a return to form and it's good, I will listen to it. I will be interested in it. But I have I have a soft spot for him because, he's him and the Smiths.
Chase Freedom Unlimited rewards all that you are with cash back on every purchase.
We built a life together collecting vintage items that connect us to the Black community and our vibrant heritage.
This is Kiana Stewart.
And I'm Jana Handy.
We're partners in life and in business.
With Freedom Unlimited, adding antiques to our collection is even more rewarding.
How do you cash back? Learn more at chase.com/freedom2be.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Restrictions and limitations apply. Offer subject to change. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Artists that I found at that pivotal time in your mid-teens.
This is a Tool tune for me. Oh, not any of my metal friends catch. I would never be caught listening to this
Windows Up with this one with William.
Like, if I'm being caught listening to any Smith song, it's How Soon Is Now, and that would be a little dicey.
That's the one that I
just like the guitar work in this song. It's good.
Guitar work in all of it.
Yeah. Good 12-string picking.
Yeah.
And I like the melody, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, they're all great songs. All Smith stuff. I was just listening. I listened to the 2 singles compilations that they put out, or maybe it was the Best of Smiths 1 and 2. But yeah, it has this. It has all the good shit on it. But what's crazy, like, some of their best songs never even made it to album. They had whole slews of songs. I mean, the Half Full of Hollow, which you're playing this off of, was really popular. It's mostly, like, I don't even think this is the original recording. It's probably my John Peel session, because that's what most of Hat Full of Hollow is. But it was so popular because most of the songs that appear on it didn't actually come out on an album. You would have had, at the time, to like buy a 7-inch of it or something. Yeah, this one's probably the original, though. I don't know that they did a John Peel of this one.
Also, too, right? Like, I think we're glossing over, like, Morrissey, notoriously a dick.
He's always been a dick, yeah. He's always been very opinionated. I know that, like, he doesn't seem to be really keen on foreigners in his country, so that's really unfortunate.
Him and Eric Clapton can start a band together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they put Morrissey and Clapton, release an album. We're full.
Go back home. Yeah.
All right, you heard the man. the Simpsons, when they go to the Statue of Liberty, and Bart, they're up on the torch, and Bart yells out at a boat of immigrants coming in, "We're full!" and this guy, like, all right, you heard the man. He, like, herds the immigrants back down into the nether regions of the boat. They turn the boat around.
Ooh, some right-wing humor in The Simpsons, huh?
Yeah.
They'd be canceled today.
You would not get that joke these days.
Nope.
They'd be like,
no one in the writer's room would come up with that.
Do we really want Bart to be like anti-immigration?
Yeah.
No, but do we want him to be an 8-year-old? Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the new Beetlejuice movie, Beetlejuice.
Any good?
It's very good. It was very fun, very funny. If I had one beef with it, it was maybe a little too overstuffed with plot lines, but that's not completely bad because it's not like it was a super long movie either.
I thought
it came in under 2 hours. I know that much.
I thought Jenny Ortega was a good choice for Winona Ryder's daughter.
Yeah, and there's scenes where like you see, Ortega, Ryder, and Catherine O'Hara, who are all in a scene together, and you're like, I know these people are all different nationality and different backgrounds, whatever, but it makes sense. They all look like a family.
So they just say Jeffrey Jones' character is dead?
They didn't, not only did they say that he was dead, they like killed him off in a violent way. And it was kind of great because for those of you who maybe aren't aware, Jeffrey Jones, who played Charles Dietz in the original Beetlejuice,
which until this point, huge character actor, tons of movies. He's the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. This was, when was this? I was reading about it earlier. I think it was in like 2013 or something like that. It was like about a decade ago.
No, I think it was.
Think it was longer than that?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think that's when he was charged.
No, I think it was in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, you might be right on that. But I guess he got caught with a bunch of child pornography, and some of it was even like stuff that he had taken himself. Like he had paid some 14-year-old boy to pose naked for him. So he's kind of a piece of shit. And when he does die, I don't think anybody's going to shed a tear. But that does make it difficult for a reboot movie where a lot of people are coming back.
He was a main character in
and
the
he was
first
a
Beetlejuice.
pretty major character in that. Well, it's like, there's two more people missing from the movie, Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin. They were the ghosts in the original.
Well, really, they were the ones, they were the vehicle to introduce you to Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And his whole...
Yeah. But it's...
The Beetleverse.
Yeah, Lydia Dietz was definitely the character that everybody got attached to. And that's the core of the movie, is the relationship between Lydia and Beetlejuice. But also, that's kind of easier because you can just be like, yeah, they moved on. They're ghosts. Yeah. They went somewhere else. We don't need them back. And that, honestly, I don't know what Gina Davis is doing these days, but either way, that would probably be a big chunk of your budget just to get those two to even pop back up for a minute.
I feel it turned the year 2000 and she just evaporated.
Yeah.
Poof.
I think she does a lot of producing and behind the scenes stuff and all that.
And we know what Baldwin's up to out there beating murder raps and shit.
So Jeffrey Jones, not having him in your movie when he is one of the family, he's a family member of the family that you're bringing back in this movie. That does kind of, leave a big gap in it. So his death is kind of the impetus to get everybody back together and back at the old house where, the original haunting happened. And it's kind of great how they do it because you almost feel like it was Tim Burton's fuck you to for whatever, for being a fucking creep, for fucking up my movie, so they don't just kill him. So his death is mentioned and you're like, okay, they're just going to kill him off screen, right? But then, what's Catherine O'Hara's character's name?
I've been trying to think of that.
This Lydia, and it was something. God damn it! It's going to drive me crazy now. But anyway, she's telling Delia Dietz. She's reciting the story of what happened. She's telling Lydia, what happened to her father. Mm-hmm. And as she's telling the story, there's a whole claymation, animated sequence of it. And it's that Charles, he was going to the Galapagos or some shit, bird watching. And his plane went down. and he survived the plane crash, but almost drowned, but survived that, and then got eaten by a shark. So it's basically like they're just putting that character through the ringer. And he even does continue to, spoilers for the movie, he continues to pop up throughout the movie, but he's, in the afterlife. Mm-hmm. And he's got, it's just like a huge shark bite out of the center. Like he has no head, no chest really. It's just arms and so it's obviously, it's not like they had to get Jeffrey Jones back to play that. And his voice was like sounds like it was underwater and also coming from, a neck stump. So you could get somebody else to do his voice. Mm-hmm. So Lydia is now like a television host. She has a talk show, and she also goes and goes to people's houses and, sees their ghosts or whatever the fuck. It's like a take on all these ghost hunter type of shows.
Show on A&E?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she's doing. And Delia is like a, internationally renowned artist. She's like moved into video art instead of sculpture.
Beetlejuice is still Beetlejuicing it up.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is just Beetlejuicing. Oh, and Monica Bellucci's in it. That's probably the one thing. Like, it was fun, but if anything had to go in that movie, I would have just cut out the Monica Bellucci story. But it is good because we get to see the origin story of Beetlejuice. In the 14th century, I think it was, he was a grave robber. And this is like, plague times. And he falls in love with Monica Bellucci's character, who turns out to be some sort of witch. And she seduces him and marries him with the intention of ultimately sacrificing him for some witchy ritual or other. And she poisons him on their wedding night, but before Beetlejuice can succumb to the poison, he finds out and hacks up his new wife with an axe. And so when we're introduced to Monica Bellucci's character, she's all in pieces and has to reassemble herself, which she does with the help of a staple gun. Which it's a really great looking movie too, because as much as possible, Tim Burton is still dedicated to practical effects. There's certain things that, they just obviously have to do computer animation on to make work. But, the sandworm is back, and that's still like the kind of claymation look of the original. A lot of the, the dead people that we see in the afterworld, it's all practical effects. The shrunken head guy is back.
Is it cool to see Michael Keaton in the suit again?
Michael Keaton was fantastic, and he was hilarious. Yeah, it was really great.
Are there any rants that hold a candle to? Not to mention, I've seen The Exorcist 137 times, and it keeps getting better every time I see it.
Maybe not. But you definitely get the idea that, you get the feeling that he's having fun.
Did Danny Elfman do the music?
Yes.
Oh, he was allowed to?
Yep, more. Why?
Wasn't he canceled for a minute?
Oh, was he? What happened to him?
Some relationship or something. He was allegedly being creepy or some shit. I think we even talked about it.
I don't remember that. I guess the way that Charles Dietz died in the movie came directly from Tim Burton's nightmare.
A nightmare?
Alfred Gough, G-O-U-G-H, like Van Gogh, who co-wrote the new movie with Miles Miller, said that Burton, 66, pitched the stop-motion animated plane crash and shark attack sequence used to showcase Charles's death. The way that Charles dies in that animated piece is Tim's nightmare of dying. He literally pitched me that. My nightmare is I'm in a plane crash, I survived the crash, I almost drowned, and then a shark eats me.
Yeah, Danny Elfman was accused of sexual assault last year. But 5 days ago, Danny Elfman, sexual assault accuser, has lawsuit tossed in new ruling. That is from Rolling Stone magazine.
Okay. Well, that's good news. I hate to see real talent get canceled.
Or you have better lawyers. The
Could
American
be.
legal system.
Yeah.
Whoever spends the most on their lawyers wins. That's why the free lawyer always loses.
Larry David's doing a tour, which I found odd.
Like, what's he going to do?
Like, first of all, he can't enjoy it. He doesn't even seem to enjoy doing stand-up. He's doing a conversation with Larry David tour this fall. At all gigs, David and a surprise moderator will take part in a, quote, informal discussion about his time on Seinfeld, Curb, and everything in between.
Please tell me they're doing it in coffee shops.
No.
They should.
Yeah, this is very limited. Denver, Seattle, San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Chicago. So he's not even really coming close to us.
Chicago?
I mean, yeah, Chicago. But, like, what? I don't even know what this show would be. Yeah, he says in this article, he's quoted as saying, "This show is really nothing. It will be a total waste of your time. I guess if you have nothing to do, but you could consider bowling, it's not a terrible idea." No, you can also see Jeff Garlin and JB Smoove.
Chase Freedom Unlimited rewards all that you are with cash back on every purchase.
We built a life together collecting vintage items that connect us to the Black community and our vibrant heritage.
This is Kiana Stewart.
And I'm Jana Handy.
We're partners in life and in business.
With Freedom Unlimited, adding antiques to our collection is even more rewarding.
How do you cash back? Learn more at chase.com/freedom2be.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Restrictions and limitations apply. Offer subject to change. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Ooh. Not on his
Leon.
tour. They're doing their own tour separately. That would be a show that I would want to go see because those are both guys that are funny, do stand up, and seem to enjoy it.
I'll tell you my favorite Curb quote, especially you can probably identify with as you're getting older. I don't live it up, I live it down. So I feel as I get older. My days of living it up are older. I live it down now. I feel Leon may be my favorite character on that show.
Oh, he breathed new life into that show. Yeah, that was when he got divorced from Cheryl. Didn't he have who was he? It wasn't JB Smoove at first, was it? There was somebody else that he was living with at first. Didn't he have another roommate? Wasn't there a woman that he was living with for some reason?
Oh man.
That was the Katrina thing, wasn't it? He took in a Katrina, somebody who lost their home in the hurricane.
Yes. He goes along in between seasons.
Yeah.
You're asking me to remember like 15 years ago.
Yeah. We've talked about AI music in the past, but this North Carolina dude he took it to a whole nother level. And he's actually is he being fined by the government or in charge, or is he being sued? Yeah. U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York said in a news release. Well, that's a sentence. Said what in a news release? Each charge carries up to 20 years in prison if convicted. Being charged with wire fraud conspiracy, wire fraud, money laundering conspiracy. This is all based on, so this is the scam that he did. He had a couple other guys that were helping him out with this. But he would just generate AI song after song, put it all out there in streaming, just nonsense songs with nonsense titles, like make up an artist, make up a title, have AI generate a song. But then here's the kicker. He was working the other side of it too. He had bot farms that were downloading and listening to all of these songs so that he could get the royalties from Amazon, Spotify, from Apple Music, YouTube Music. What did he do
wrong? There's a system and he's working it.
I think the fact that he's using bots is probably what got him into trouble legally. Smith's complex scheme used automated programs or bots to stream songs created with artificial intelligence, according to the indictment. He then used the bot accounts to stream those songs billions of times across multiple streaming platforms to boost his royalties to over $10 million, according to the indictment.
So, labels do this. It's been proven.
Yeah. Though this brazen fraud scheme, or through this brazen fraud scheme, Smith stole millions in royalties that should have been paid to musicians, songwriters, and other rights holders. Yeah, should have, but it wouldn't. Right?
He found a loophole in AI, and he exploited it.
Well, this is a quote
That's
from...
what they're mad at.
This quote is from Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. So, I mean, he's trying to paint it like this guy's a crook who's stealing directly from the mouths of worthy artists, but that's not how royalties work, right? Spotify doesn't have a pool of money, and they go, okay, depending on how big this pool is, your royalties are going to be this much. No, that's a fixed rate. They go, your band got this many streams, this is how much money you get. So the bot farm isn't taking away anything from any of the artists. It's not preventing them from being streamed. It's not taking any money that should have gone into their pockets.
What's the difference between a bot farm doing this and known celebrities and influencers having fake followers that they've bought or having bot followers?
Nothing really. It all comes down to the amount of money. I mean, honestly, if he would have kept this conservative as far as like how much money he was making.
Well, he didn't create that music, and I'd say, careful, DJs, careful.
Well, he did create the music in the way that he prompted AI to
exactly
spit it out. But well, also, I mean, it's not like DJs make royalties off of music that they play.
Correct.
So really, what he's doing is he's stealing money from Amazon, from Apple, from Spotify, YouTube, which, like, so fucking what? But, oh, yeah, that's what I was saying previously. If he would have kept it on the low end, he probably would have got away with this and just been able to, you know, make a decent career and retire off of making fake music for fake people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the fact that it got into the tens of millions of dollars that, you know, somebody was like, we got to look into this.
Yeah, right.
Because, I mean...
Too high of a profile.
Yeah. Songs were given nonsensical names and artist pseudonyms to legitimate music.
Like, could argue that that's called music.
Further complicating detection. Names of songs, for example, were Zygotes and Zymoplastic. And artists include Calm Baseball, Calorie Screams, and Camel Edible. I'm guessing that whoever wrote this article had a list that they could look at, and they went to the very bottom to look at song names, because both of their examples start with Z, and then they went a little bit down the other list to the C's and grabbed 3 of those.
I mean...
Because you could have mixed it up a little bit. But, like, I think AI is doing all this stuff, probably, like, generating these names as well. I kind of like Calm Baseball. It's not a bad
Camel
name.
Edible?
Camel Edible. That one has no flow to it. Like, Flip It, maybe. Edible Camel has better flow. Camel Edible, that's nothing. Calorie Screams. Again, flip that one. And you could do Ice Creams... Calories? Ice cream calorie? I don't know. I'd be curious to see how this comes out. It's not like I'm rooting for him or not rooting for him. Like, what he's doing is questionable, but does it say in the rule book that the donkey can't kick the field goal? Or are you just trying to prosecute him on whatever you can think of because he's just making so much damn money? And that being said, I mean, there's probably... I don't know. Who knows how many other people out there? Thousands, maybe more. People that are doing this just with a much lower profile and aren't getting caught.
So is that what we got to get? We got to get bot farms to increase downloads?
Yeah, maybe. Right? Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Yep.
And I don't know. Maybe this will illustrate how broken the streaming model is in general.
You know, I had this thought the other day.
Yeah.
And it just occurred, I don't know why it took decades for this to occur to me, but I don't know. Maybe my brain took a little longer to develop than the average man. Did you ever notice that to be successful in organized crime and the music industry takes like the same skill set?
Yeah.
It's not like a red flag to any musician ever.
Well,
I guess I'm talking about the management side of the music business.
Yes, okay. Not the execution side.
Correct.
So to speak.
Like, case in point, Led Zeppelin's manager, Suge Knight. Both gentlemen whose prior careers before music executive were organized crime.
I didn't know that. I knew that obviously.
Peter Green, he was like a mobster in England. The guy who was Led Zeppelin's manager.
Led Zeppelin's manager was named Peter Green?
I think so. Something Green.
Yeah. But not the guy from
it wasn't
Fleetwood Mac?
Oh, Peter Grant.
There you go.
But yeah, he was like a fucking like an English mobster.
Yeah.
Who wanted to get into the music business. And he did. But I mean, dude, those are like high profile, but there's been several. I mean, and think about it. How many guys that we ran at were just shady motherfuckers.
Sure.
They were like, I do music now. Like, so I guess what I'm getting at is like, music's been broken for a fucking while.
Yeah.
Perhaps the entire... Look at Elvis! Look at Colonel Tom!
Yeah.
Look at how he was ripping him off. Whole reason Elvis never went worldwide is because Colonel Tom couldn't leave the fucking country. Never bothered to tell Big E that.
Yeah, I mean, he hindered his career in a lot of ways, actually. Because ultimately, he was kind of savvy in that he realized, if he makes Elvis too big, then Elvis won't have a need for him. So he has to find ways to keep him reined in.
Had to make all those terrible movies.
Looks like Panasonic are back at making TVs.
Yeah, damn right. Let's go.
We were talking about this not too long ago because you've had the same two Panasonics forever.
I want to see if I can get at least one of them to 20 years. I want to see if I can get one of them to get to 2030.
And I had mentioned when I was shopping recently, I'm like, where are all the Panasonics? And then I read this story. Panasonic TVs are finally coming back to the U.S. after nearly a decade. And I guess what happened is that, Panasonic were the leaders for a while because they had the good plasma screens that everybody was into for their nice deep blacks. But then they found out that there is, higher failure rates on those, more potential for burn-in on a plasma screen. And so the plasma screen, which I don't think is necessarily bad, it just got a bad rap. It got really bad reviews for a while. And the LCD models were just like eating Panasonic's lunch. So I guess they just decided to bow out and not try and directly compete anymore with like Samsung and all those. But now they're back with LED and OLED models to compete with what's out there. Yeah, of course, as soon as I buy a TV.
That's what, they just bailed out of making TVs for like a decade?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if they were just not distributing them in the U.S. Like maybe they were still making TVs, but they still sold overseas. It says in the story, plasma had been the company's bread and butter, so instead of pivoting, it pulled out. It continued making TVs overseas for European and Asian markets. Yeah, it sounds like all these models are outside of my price range anyway, though. I ain't spending $1,800 on a TV.
For what? A TV?
Yeah. $1,800. It better have wheels on it, and I can drive it to work.
You can get like 6 TVs for $1,800.
Yeah. It's 6. You can get 3 65-inch TVs for that.
Yeah.
You can get big TVs for that money.
Yeah, we'll have to let them know about, hey, the prices aren't the same as they were 10 years ago, Panasonic.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're out there. Every manufacturer, they've got expensive, the OLED TVs are still really pricey. But yeah, I'm surprised not to see something that's in the $600 range. So yeah, I guess that's all we have for this week.
All right. Well, hey, I got 2 Panasonics. Just get 5 more years. One, now the room here will be 20 years. And then 6 more years, and one upstairs will be 20 years old. These are tanks.
In 3 more years, my car is going to be 20 years old.
Right.
Still keeping that thing on the
road. Right. We've got 10 more years to be 20 years old.
Yeah.
But until then, go to ChristopherMedia.net and get the shows directly. You can also, damn it, what am I talking about before? The social media. At the Weedsman 420 on all your social media. It's also where you get the shows as well. There's a PayPal button at ChristopherMedia.net too. And wherever you listen to the show, if you could rate and review us, we would appreciate it because it helps other people find the show. Please and thank you. And stay high.
Stay high.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. Planning on Jamaica for Christmas and Iceland in July? An all trips plan can protect your trips all year. Learn more at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.